Let me ask you this. Are you stuck in the grind doing everything you need to do for your business, but you're too scared to even step into a bank because you're worried about what it might do to your personal credit? You're not alone. This is one of the most common fears I hear from entrepreneurs. They think that if I go after business funding, I'll ruin my personal credit. And for many people, that belief is what's keeping them stuck, keeping them small, and stopping them from scaling their business. But here's the truth. That fear, it's built on a myth. You can get access to six figures in funding, sometimes 100,000, 150,000, and even more without ever damaging your personal credit. And today, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to protect your personal credit while unlocking up to $100,000 in business funding, even if you're starting from scratch. Let me walk you through my credit to capital system, the exact method I use for my clients to get approved for business funding without wrecking their personal credit. And I want to start off by letting you know that this isn't just about getting funding. It's about getting it fast, at low or zero interest, and doing it in a way that protects your personal credit all the way through. All right, let's go over some of the business credit basics. And with this part, most people don't even realize that your business actually has its own credit profile. Think about it. You have a social security number, and that's tied to your personal credit report with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And your business has an EIN number, and that's tied to a separate business credit report with Experian Business, Equifax Business, and Duns & Bradstreet. That means that you can build your business credit profile and qualify for funding that reports solely on your business, not your personal. This opens the floodgates of opportunities. I had a client that didn't even realize that their business had its own credit score. We fixed their profile and applied using the credit to capital system. And in 3 weeks, they were able to get approved for $30,000. Understanding this gives you the power of knowing how this game works. So imagine this, you've got $100,000 in business credit cards. You've maxed them all out for marketing, inventory, and scaling operations. Now your business is growing because of that, right? That so-called debt is showing on your business credit report. All the utilization is there, but your personal report, zero impact. Your personal credit score stays exactly the same. That's the game changer, because most business owners, especially startup companies, has their credit taking hits left and right. Now, let me be real with you. This isn't free money. The power of credit is how you use it. Just like any tool, it can build or break you. This doesn't mean that you can go out and swipe for everything and never pay it back. Of course you can't do that. You still need to be responsible for paying things back and making on-time payments. You've done a good job so far by avoiding collections, so keep it going. Using the capital to grow and not dig yourself into a bigger hole is really the mindset that you need to have. This is why it's important to stay smart, keeping your personal credit completely protected while your business benefits from the bank's money. Now this is where it may get personal. Your personal credit still matters at the start of this. Having a separate business credit profile is sweet and all. This doesn't mean that you can go and rack up $100,000 in business funding after you don't even have a good personal credit profile and probably have already jacked it up. No, it doesn't work like that. Your personal credit still matters at the start to get approved. Now here's where a lot of entrepreneurs get confused. I get asked this more than enough. Michael, if funding is all on the business side, why does my personal credit matter? If you're thinking the same thing, then I like to say it's a good question. And the answer is very simple. When you're starting out your business, your company might not have enough history for it to stand on its own. And banks, they're going to try to look for some type of information to build that trust. So in the early stages, they're going to look at your personal credit as a reference point to see the type of borrower you are, since you're the one that's representing the business. That's why I always recommend cleaning up and optimizing your personal credit before you even think about applying. Don't get stuck in that loop of getting denials before you actually fix that first. Think of it like building a house. Your personal credit, that's the foundation. Your business credit, that's the structure you build on top of that foundation. If that foundation is strong, the structure can stand tall. If that foundation is cracked, the whole thing's just going to crumble. And that's how banks view your application. So think of that before you hit that submit button. All right, I think it's time. Let me give you the 3 insider tips that I share with my private clients before they apply for business funding. And this right here can be the difference between getting a $5,000 denial and a $50,000 approval. Tip number 1, keep your inquiry body count low. Have you ever heard of the saying, less is more? Well, that's exactly how the banks view your inquiries. If you have more than 2 or 3 inquiries per credit bureau, lenders start labeling you as a desperate credit borrower, like you're running around begging every single bank for money. And in this game, desperation kills deals. So stay under 3 inquiries per credit bureau, and you will look like somebody who moves with intention, not panic. And the second step is to build a bank-approved profile. Before you apply, your personal credit needs to look fundable, with no late payments in the last 24 months, under 30% utilization, and no open collections or charge-offs. If you got them, clean them before you move forward. And you also need at least 3 to 5 active primary accounts. Make sure that your credit age is over 2 years. With this, your FICO score should be above 700s, which is what the banks actually are looking for. This is what I call the bankability blueprint. It tells lenders, I'm ready, I'm responsible, and I'm reliable. And when your profile checks all these boxes, you unlock pre-approvals, higher limits, and faster approvals with 0% interest. And the last thing that's going to take you to the next level, every lender has its own approval algorithm. Some banks pull from Experian, some from Equifax, and some from TransUnion. Some don't even pull your credit report at all. And some, they'll offer you business-only approvals if you structure your application the right way. So before you apply, you need to pull your reports and know which bureau the banks pull from. That way you can space out your applications to avoid stacking up inquiries that's going to hurt you down the line. Apply in the right sequence based on those approval tiers. This is how we help our clients stack $50,000, $100,000, and even $200,000 in funding by following the funding sequence strategy. That's the way that they play the game the smart way. And if you do this right, you won't just get one approval. You'll stack up approvals without setting off red flags or damaging your profile. And let's not forget one of the best perks of business credit, 0% interest offers. And there are boatloads of banks that offer them. Some business credit cards give you 12 to 18 months of interest-free funding. Think about what you can do with that. You can run ads and grow your revenue. You can hire a team to free up your time. You can also invest into equipment or systems to scale, all while using the bank's money to grow, while it's literally not costing you a thing, as long as you're paying the principal back on time. Of course, remember, you gotta pay them back. So here's the bottom line. If you've been holding back because you're scared of ruining your personal credit, I want you to know that fear is costing you growth. And the reality is, you can protect your personal credit, leverage business funding, and build the business you actually are dreaming of. I'm really not just saying this to hype you up. Here are the kind of approvals that we help our people get every single month. Now, if you want the step-by-step blueprint for doing this the right way, that's exactly what I teach inside of my community, the Credit Freedom Academy. That's where I help entrepreneurs like you clean up their personal credit, build strong business credit, and access over $100,000 in funding the smart way. So don't wait around. The longer you hold on to that limiting belief, the longer you're going to stay stuck. You already know that staying stuck isn't the answer. So let's fix your credit, unlock your funding, and get your business the capital it deserves. Join Credit Freedom Academy today, and let's get you funded the right way.